let's go ahead and get started. Guys, I really do, and I'm glad this is being recorded. I really do feel like that, you know, like I know what's going to change your life, right? I mean, now for some of you guys, what's going to change your life is getting your insurance license and going out there and making 2 or 3 sales a month. I mean, if you're able to go out there and sit down in front of somebody and let them know that the life insurance that you represent is 1,000,000 times better than the life insurance that they already have, and that you can help get them out of what they have into what you have, with sometimes without spending any more money. If you can go out there and you can make 2 to 3 sales a month, that's going to be an additional $1,000 to $1,500 a month to your bottom line. Now for some of y'all, that would change your life. For others, we're talking about agency building. What changes your life is actually figuring out how to attract right people to you. Because when you start to attract people that are the same quality as you are, and they actually have the same, you know, desire level, or even, I tell you what's really cool. What's really cool is when you hire somebody that's sharper than you are, that's got a bigger dream than you do. Like, that's the ultimate, man. That's like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, dude, like that's really, really cool. So here's kind of a visual that I want to give you guys. This was kind of the worksheet that I spoke on Friday when I was on the call with Barry Clark's. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see that. Hopefully you can. But this is just kind of, and I put it on our group me on Friday. I said, this is going to be my notes talking to Barry. But here's the thing. If we're starting from scratch, how do we put in this batch of people? Because here's what you got to understand. That batch of people, it will yield you 1 or 2 really good people. And if you can learn how to put a batch of people in, here's what I mean by putting a batch of people. I'm not talking about them getting licensed. I'm talking about you talking to them about Equus Financial, them getting excited about Equus Financial, them getting excited enough to ICA. Okay, if y'all know what ICA means, which is they're excited enough that when we send them their independent contracting agreement through Equus Financial, they're interested enough to click e-sign and send the bad boy back in. Like, they're interested enough to do that. They're also interested enough, if they're not licensed, that they sign up through our licensing course. Right now we use Excel testing, and we don't use Excel testing because it's cheaper. We use Excel testing is because our results with them have been phenomenal. Okay. Now we also use, to be fair, we also use ExamFX. And listen, here's the thing. Both of them are great price. Okay. Both of them are great avenues, but our goal is not like we don't really promote. Our desire is not to promote one over the other. Here's what our goal is. Our goal is for you to get through the doggone thing and sit for your state licensing exam and actually pass it. Like, that's the point in time when you start your Equus Financial business, okay? And so, but for this purpose tonight, what are we talking about? We're talking about over 30 to 45 days going out there and putting a batch of 7 to 9 in. And what I mean by that is again, they don't have to be licensed. They just have to be excited enough to sign an ICA. So here's the topic for tonight. Here's what we're going to get after. Where do those people come from? Where do they come from? Okay, write this down. Number 1, they come from your warm market. If you've not made a warm market list, and if you've not gone through your warm market list, then I'm calling you a chicken. I don't know if that's a good chicken, but I'm calling you a chicken. Here's why. I mean, how much belief do you have in your business if you can't look at a buddy of yours? And I mean, if you know you're going to make it financially, you know, with Equus Financial, I mean, like, how much do you really believe if you can't look at a good buddy of yours and say, hey, you need to take a look at this thing? Are you kidding me, man? You really, like, have you seen that video? Have you seen the little cartoon video where the guy just talks about Equus and kind of draws up on a whiteboard and stuff like that? Have you seen that video? Like, that's crazy cool. Have you seen one of those new videos of Barry Clarkson? Have you seen the new video of the conference they had in Orlando, Florida a few weeks ago? Have you seen any of that? Like, that's really cool. Like, dude, like this company's got something going on, man. You really should check it out. Now, here's the thing. After you say that, let it be it. If they don't check it out, that's on their own account. So when you become successful, they can never call you up and go, hey, man, why didn't you let me know about it? I did let you know about it, moron. I did let you know about it. Remember that night I told you go check it out, and you were like, oh, no. Remember that? I remember it. So all you owe your warm market is an interest check. Hey, you really wouldn't be interested in looking at an insurance thing, would you? I didn't think so. Good talking to you. How's everything going? You in school? You out of school? You got a job? Paying those bills back? Watching football? Who's your team? Yeah, man. I mean, like start a conversation after that. But I mean, it's like once you check interest, like building your business is not sales. Building your business, those of you guys that are out there trying to sell your buddy, stop it. Stop it. It's not an exercise that's going to build your business. You're not going to talk your friends into making millions of dollars. You're not going to, you can't, even if you're as strong as Daniel McCrae out there, you're not going to put somebody against the wall and start shoving $100 bills down their throat. You're not going to do it. So don't try. But all you owe your warm market is hey, you want to see something really cool? Yeah, what? And see, like they think you get her to show a pretty girl or something, right? I don't know anything more cooler than making $250,000 a year in Equus Financial. Like, I think that's the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, let me show you this thing called Equus Financial. Man, I'm tied into these guys, man. I'm excited. I really think I'm going to go all in with these guys, man. Man, you should think about it too. I think you'd be great at it. But let that be it, okay? So number one is warm market. Those of you guys, if you haven't developed a warm market list of names, and if you've not at least called through them, texted them, even though I think if you text them, I think that's chicken crap too, okay? Just call them, okay? But if you don't want to call them, at least text them, send them a private message, something, but just let them know. You know, in other words, invite them personally. Don't be sending out some group message, okay? Don't be doing that. This isn't network marketing. Don't cheapen our business by doing that, okay? Number two, and I'll go ahead and deal with this up front, just so the fact that we dealt with it. But, well, John, can I post an ad on ZipRecruiter or Craigslist or Monster or whatever? You can. You most certainly can. Do I recommend it? Well, it all depends on your financial situation. The other thing that you've got to realize is that there are a few people that make cold market recruiting work, but I will tell you, if you really want to make cold market recruiting work, you need to call me personally and we need to talk about it, because if you want to make cold market recruiting work, I will lead you to a couple of people within Equus Financial that absolutely make it work. And if you can duplicate what those guys do, if you can spend the amount of money those guys spend every 30 days, if you can duplicate what they do, then have at it, okay? But so that's all I'm going to say about cold market, okay? The other way to build your business from scratch The other way to start adding in these circles is through booking appointments. You know, I've encouraged people for longer than a year now. Matter of fact, it's probably been over 2 years. But I've encouraged people to look at inventory leads like a recruiting list. Like, listen, you know how inventory leads is kind of hit or miss whether you could book appointments and make sales? Yeah. But how many of those people on inventory leads do you think would be open to maybe making some money on the side? Man, I hadn't thought about that. So here's what I hope that I'm raising some awareness. When you invest $100 and you get a bunch of C leads, don't just call through them trying to sell them an insurance policy. Don't do that. Yes, you want to dial through and you want to try to set an appointment. Yes, you want to go try to see him. And yes, you want to try to sell him an insurance policy. But will you also, in other words, learn how to walk and chew gum at the same time? You can do both, I promise you. And what I mean by that, also look at your leads. We're in lead-driven sales. Look at your leads as a hiring source. See, some of you guys, you've got a tremendous inventory that you've created personally. You can go back because you've actually gotten leads and you've printed off leads and you've got hundreds of leads. And if you were really serious about putting in a batch of 7 to 9 over the next 30, 45 days, in other words, if I told you, hey, listen, if you put in 7 to 9 over the next 30, 45 days, I don't care what they do. If you just do that, Barry Clarkson's going to give you a check for $10,000. I'll bet that you would put 7 to 9 in. I bet you do it. There's no way you wouldn't do it because you can do it. You just got to focus on it. So if I can encourage people, if I can raise awareness for people to also look at their leads, their new leads and their older leads as a source for hiring people. John, are you saying to even call those people and not even mention anything about insurance outside of the fact that you're hiring people? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you saying, John, like if I'm looking to hire somebody in Greensboro, North Carolina, you're even saying that it might even be good to go and buy the inventory leads in Greensboro, North Carolina, and actually use that as hiring source? Heck, yes. Like now you're thinking. And you know what? By doing that, you might just mess up and sell a policy or two. Like, that'd be the worst thing in the world, wouldn't it? The last source of people that I'll talk to you about tonight, and I'll let you guys go. What time is it? 9:37. Okay. The last source of people, it's the billions of people that you've never met, you don't know, you're not an acquaintance of, and they're just outside of where you live everywhere. I don't care how small a town you live in. Like, I promise you, there are diamonds in the rough out there. There are diamonds in the rough. Where are you going to find them? You're going to find them by living your life. You're going to find them by going shopping. You're going to find them at Walmart. You're going to find them at Costco. You're going to find them at Sam's Club. You're going to find them at restaurants, waiters, waitresses, managers, the guy or gal bussing your table. You're going to find them going to the cleaners. You're going to find them, just living your life. Going to. Are you athletic? Do you have a background in high school or college athletics? I bet if you actually intentionally went to a couple of sporting goods stores, every week, I bet you would find other people that you had something in common with. Well, John, what are you saying? Are you going to Starbucks and going to eat these breakfast places or lunch places and living my life? Like, what are you saying? Here's what I'm saying. if you will burn this into your subconscious mind, and if you will walk around like it's important, like it will change your life to start it will change your life to put in 3 batches of people. You cannot, listen to me now, you cannot put in 3 batches of 7 to 9 over the next 4 or 5 months. You cannot do that as long as they're decent quality, okay? Now, if you're doing it through cold market, you might have to hire 500, not 3 batches of 7 to 9. Okay, if you're hiring cold market people that you've never met in your life, and you don't know if they're quality, you don't know if you even have them in your home or not, yeah, you might have to hire a lot more people than that. But if you're hiring sharp people from your warm market, if you're hiring sharp people from your leads, and if you're hiring sharp people from the people that you're meeting, I will promise you, you cannot put in 3 different batches of 7 to 9 over the next, and I'll give it 6 months. Just take and put in a batch every 2 months. Like I'd rather you do it in 30 to 45 days, but if it takes you 60 days, so be it. But you cannot, I will bet anybody out there listening to this video that you can't go put in a batch of 7 to 9 decent quality, dream-driven people that you cannot go, that you will not go regional manager from doing that. So what are you saying, John? Are you saying that if I'll go out there and I'll commit to putting in 3 separate batches over the next 6 months, you're saying that will take me to regional manager? No question about it. No question about it. Absolutely, 100% you will. Absolutely. Will that be life-changing for you? Now, here's going to be the cool thing. When you go out there and do that, and you find you some studs, now that's when the game's going to get fun. Because now, if you have the ability to continue and maybe put a couple of more batches of width in while, now I know this will be a crazy time of your life, but if you have the ability to keep the habit of putting in a couple more batches of width while you go build just a little bit of depth, intentionally build depth, you absolutely in the next 2 to 3 years will be making over $500,000 a year at Equus Financial. And more importantly, you will position yourself to override all of Equus Financial. I hope you understood what I just said, because I'm telling you that to me is the importance of what I wanted to communicate tonight, and why I think this is so vital. If you understand batches, if you understand how putting quality people in close proximity and what that actually produces via a law called the cream rising to the top. It's a law, okay? Put them in and watch them. Don't help them don't underhelp them, don't overhelp them. Put them in, lead them to the system, love on them. Yes, you want to find out, hey, man, why are you doing this crazy thing? My name's Andrew Pappas, and, man, we really needed a second car, and we really wanted to put our kids in private Christian school. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. Well, man, let's work on that together. I think we can do that. So you guys understand what I'm saying? You guys get what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to communicate? So where do you find these people, and how do you put in batches? Guys, it's just awareness. And when you burn this, when you wake up every day and before you go to bed every night, you burn this in your brain, and your brain starts looking at this puzzle. What does it take to complete this puzzle? Who's going to be that person? Who's going to be that one? Who's going to be that? Who's going to be that dream-driven couple? Who's going to be that one? Who's going to be that one? Some of them will surprise you, some won't. But if you just put them in and watch, and let the law of cream rises to the top, let them separate themselves. and just learn to laugh, learn to have fun. Because when you develop the skill of hiring people, you've now created the skill that as long as you understand structure and you understand width and depth and where you specifically need to be at all times in your business, you absolutely can walk into a 7-figure income at Equus Financial. It's a great time to be at Equus Financial. Thanks so much for plugging in tonight. I'm just gonna see. I don't know if there's any questions out there. I don't have any questions yet. Let's just see. Okay. I know not a huge turnout tonight, but I know Claudia and I know a lot of her team. They're actually in a meeting with Barry Clarkson down in South Florida, and so let's see here. Let's see. Yes, Shirley. Shirley asked me to hold up the chart one time, so hopefully that was enough, Shirley. You're welcome, Shirley. Hey, thanks for asking that. CC asked, can I go over the batches again? Well, the biggest thing, CC, is that you're talking to people about Equus, and you're just simply asking them if they're open to making some money. I'm encouraging you to, number one, start with your warm market. Think about all of the young, sharp people that you know, and I'm asking that you give them a call up and say, hey, listen, I've started a business. I'm doing some things in financial services. We've got a company that generates leads, and I'm looking for people that want to join us because right now we're working hard to build a great company. Are you open to making some money? And so, CC, if you will start to check interest, and the people that are interested, if you will simply lead them to the system, lead them to your upline, let them help you communicate more about Equus Financial, then you'll start to put those people in, and they become your batches. And so the reason I want you to have batch mentality is because I want you to really bust your butt and put 7 to 9. Okay, if you mess up and you put 11 or 12 in, that's no problem, okay? But I at least want a batch to be 7. So we're at least going to be putting 7 people in over the 30, 45, 60-day period of time. The reason we want to do that is because that the close proximity, it allows us to identify people that really want to be worked with, like people that actually will plug into the webinars, people that will actually do what we're telling them to do. Following instructions, it's huge here. You know, if I were going to own a McDonald's, listen, nothing else matters other than whether I can follow their system or not. I can't go into my McDonald's and start changing things in the system. And so, you know, people can't do that here and expect to get good results either. So hopefully that makes some sense, CC. Thanks so much for asking that question. All right. Any other questions out there? I think that's it. So I'll tell you again this in closing, guys. If you'll understand how to actually go out there and do that, it changes your life. Let's see, please clarify what we're using. Well, okay, so please clarify whether we're using Excel solutions or ExamFX, okay? Great question. I think either one is fine, okay? Again, Excel, the reason I love Excel is because, like, I've seen people pass their course. Excel is just a little bit different, but listen, ExamFX is great as well. So it's not an either or, Shirley. I think that either one, both of them are based on what I know, both of them are fantastic ways of going through and preparing yourself to go past your state exam, which is the name of the game, okay? And so whether you use ExamFX or Excel Solutions, that's completely up to you guys. And here's the thing, there may even be other avenues out there. When I actually got my license, I actually went and did a course. I actually went and sat through a live course. I probably would have bombed, forever trying to do it online like that, especially the first time I got licensed. And so I actually did use ExamFX. The second time I got licensed in my career, I used ExamFX, and I was fine with that. But so anyway, and I don't mean to, keep talking about that, but, either one is just fine, Shirley, whichever you prefer. Let's see here. All right. Well, I think that's it, guys. Thanks so much for plugging in tonight. They'll take this recording and they'll put it on the social media. Hopefully you'll get a chance to listen to it again. If you have any questions, feel free to text me or group me or social media me, and we'll get them answered. But what we talked about tonight, I'm telling you, of all the things that we could talk about right now in this time frame, going into the very best building months of the entire year, tonight's topic was paramount. So I hope you understood it, and I hope it gives you a really good game plan to start moving forward. God bless you guys.